What's the other question that we wanted to ask him?
So, I was going to ask you the other day, but I wanted to save it. Gun control. What's your thoughts on what gun control should be versus what it is?
Like, explain what it is first, because there are people out there,
There are
that
people
don't really
that don't
know
know.
the laws.
Well, there are various different forms of gun control that's in the United States,
Yeah.
and there's tons outside that a lot of state governors have tried to pass that are similar. So one of the big things is that you can utilize California as a good example because they have probably some of the
worst.
the strictest and worst gun control laws out there.
Yes.
I don't know a whole lot about gun control.
So here's
So I'm
to
gonna get
put
learned.
here's to put something in perspective. The average AR-15 style rifle usually comes with a 30-round magazine.
Okay.
It's easily detachable.
Hold on.
And it has
What's an assault rifle?
An assault rifle is a made-up term, to be honest.
That's what I thought. That's why I was asking that.
A lot of it came from the
Call of Duty.
very first, what we would now call a semi-automatic carbine
Semi-automatic.
rifle.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So a semi-automatic carbine rifle
It's
is
the same
like
as a assault rifle. Like,
well, that's what
basically.
In a
So
sense.
and it got started actually from the first ever one because it was the Sturmgewehr 44, which Germany developed in 1944, and it's
Really?
basically the precursor to the AK-47. It's kind of uncanny how close the AK-47 was to its overall design. So
You got an AK?
I do, yeah.
You do?
So I'm a libertarian.
Okay.
I tend to be a little bit more right than left libertarian.
I don't think I popped it. You might try to pop that little deal in there. I can't get it. But anyways.
I'm a little bit more of right libertarian than left libertarian. And the issue is that, especially when it comes to American politics and modern politics in general, there needs to be a separation between someone who has political ideals and then what they would vote for and support
Right.
in the public. And the main reason why is just because that there are some things in libertarianism that I even know that in modern times probably will never go back to.
So is a libertarian's not necessarily like a big party, though, right?
It's actually been growing incredibly fast this year just because of the two
So-
choices of presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Right. So on the gun control, do you have to have? Is there a waiting period?
In California, there is.
It's like,
and
what, 10
a lot
days?
of other states, there's actually none. You just have to have the background check come back.
That's so stupid
Okay.
that you would have a waiting period.
Well, the funny thing is
So
that at the
stupid.
very
For
beginning,
what, a gun?
Yeah, to get a gun. You shouldn't, because at the end of the day, most of these people that need to get a gun, like it's a young girl that's maybe has a stalker or something like that. She's like, "Fuck, I need a gun."
Yeah, but
What if that happens?
I don't know.
You gotta wait 10 days to get it.
I think that, well, why would you... First of all, if you have a stalker, the answer is not a gun.
I would say it is.
To shoot the guy?
No, just in defense at your home.
Okay,
even,
I would
even
agree.
the ownership
A
of
gun-
a gun is
a-
a deterrent.
Yeah, a gun is definitely a good self-defense, but it's also, like, not...
It's not like she's gonna go shoot him
I would say have a fucking taser or mace.
in your house.
No.
What if,
Mace
if
is
somebody?
actually, in many cases, mace has been shown to be just basically irritating. And if someone is mad or angry enough, they can just fight through the pain.
Yeah.
They actually...
Somebody comes into your house, you want to have mace.
No. I'm talking about, like the answer for a stalker is not killing the like
If
having
they come
a
in your
gun.
house, absolutely.
If they come in your house,
That's what I'm saying.
But
The
they're
stalker's
stalking.
going to.
No, that's not what a stalker does.
I would say so.
Stalker stalks behind,
Yeah.
way far away, nowhere near you.
At your house? You don't think they stalk you at your house?
Possibly, yeah, but not in your house.
Would you be a stalker
That's not a
that stalks
stalker.
your house? I'm just
A stalker that stalks the house.
stalks the house.
But a stalker's not like so.
I'm just saying. I'm
Anyways.
not meaning just stalker. I'm saying like in general. Somebody comes over to your house.
I don't think the answer. I don't know. I don't think the answer's a gun. Still,
What
like,
do you think?
Obviously, if somebody busts into my house, yeah, I'm gonna protect my house if I had a gun, and I will shoot this person.
See,
But-
then why wouldn't the answer be a gun then?
Here's another thing to think about, not even a stalker. Let's say it's an ex-abuser that is stalking this person, right? So there have been tons of cases in which a domestic violence victim was separated from the abuser, but the problem was that the abuser, because of their absolute need for control, decided to essentially stalk the victim.
Yep.
So then they would basically bust into their house and say, "You're coming back with me," and things like
Yeah.
that. So at that point, a lot of times, there have been that case where the victim was forced back into the abusive relationship because of the abuser being able to have access to them.
Exactly.
And a lot of times, it's just straight out of fear. Well, if you have a weapon with you, regardless if it's a gun or not, you should be able to have a little bit more empowerment to say, no, I'm staying
Exactly. I think the cops need to be trained to do this.
Shoot non-vital body parts?
Yeah, okay,
If they have to.
there's a really bad myth about we'll just shoot him in the leg and shit.
It's hard to.
Your worst artery,
Yeah.
your biggest artery outside of your aorta by your heart is in your legs.
Oh.
So if you shoot to wound in the leg, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for interrupting me.
Sorry.
He's like, fucker.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so your femoral artery in your leg is so big
It'll bleed out.
that
Yeah.
even if it gets nicked,
Interesting.
because there's so much pressure in the artery, if it gets nicked a little bit, it can tend to tear itself apart just from
Bust,
the sheer
yeah.
amount of blood
Really?
pressure. Oh yeah. So I mean, getting shot in the leg is actually a much worse sentence than maybe even getting shot in the chest, and here's why. There are actually tons of techniques out there that can help you survive a chest wound as long as it doesn't hit directly in your heart. You can actually survive a shot to the chest.
Before
Yeah, in the military, we're trained on how to treat a chest wound.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So because of that, shooting to wound is a stupid idea. If you're going to aim a firearm at a person,
You're aiming to
you
kill.
have to be ready to take their life.
Yeah.
Because firearms, especially, they are so powerful. Even like small
Yeah.
calibers,
Glocks.
little small calibers like 22.
Yeah.
They may not sound intimidating, but they
It's
still
a gun
have
that
as
will
much
kill.
destructive power
Yeah, that'll
as
hurt
something else.
for sure.
So yeah, I mean, if you get grazed in the arm by a 22,
BB
it's gonna be
guns
a lot.
fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Just imagine a real gun getting shot with.
Yeah, exactly.